I got you, people. So it looks like things are heating up over there in the China Strait Seas, right? With the United States and Venezuela, and China and Taiwan, and now you got this Japanese that want to get involved in affairs that got nothing to do with them, you know? I understand why Japan is involved with the Americas and the Philippines. You know, all these people got a history of what's going on. You know, way before time, Japan always got the Chinese, right? And then what the Japanese did, they also caught Pearl Harbor. They caught the Americans with their pants down, drinking and partying, and they caught them with a surprise attack. You know, you think American people are gonna forget that? You know that this event was passed down, and they already know that the Japanese have gave the Americans a surprise attack. What makes you think that you could trust the Japs? You know, the Japs been out of commission for over 70 years, right? The military is not there like it used to be. They don't have the manpower. They don't got these kamikazes. They don't got these guys that are suicidal that will blow anybody up just to get a win. You know, the Japs are not like that. They evolve, but they don't have no military might because America had cut them off. They cannot do anything without the Americans' permission. You know, and now they're getting involved in China's affairs with Taiwan. You know, that's nobody's business. What the Chinese do with the Chinese people, and if they wanna have Taiwan and China unite again, you know, that's nobody's business. Just like the United States wouldn't allow another country to come here and tell the American people what to do and who they should be friends with. No, right? Because America does what America wants to do, and America's all about business. America doesn't care about any country. They do everything. It's all about business. They say it's not personal. It's all business. You know that. And what else? The Japs don't got good credibility. What they did to the Philippines, right? They occupied Philippines for over 4 years, right? And what they used to do with the people, especially the babies that would throw them up in the air and catch them on their swords. You think most Filipinos are gonna forget that? Most Filipinos don't like to talk about history. But the ones that know, the Japs were not all silver people, you know? They wasn't likable, and they didn't like anybody that wasn't Japanese. And they would take babies and smash them against the walls and rocks, against the rocks, you know? And to them, that was fun. So the Japs don't got no good credit. So I don't think the Japanese should be involved in trying to provoke other wars that they can't defend on their own, because as America wasn't there and NATO wasn't there, and the Philippines, right? Because the Philippines are also involved in this, and it's bad to involve countries that got nothing to do. I'm sure the Philippines don't want to go to war with China. If it was left alone, the Philippines won't have a chance, and the Japanese won't have a chance, right? But no, America does everything to with thinking, right? They always got a plan. They're not gonna do nothing without first reviewing all their plans and plan B's and all that. So that's why they're using other people. So if Japan stays alone, he's gonna end up like Ukraine. And if the Philippines ends up alone, he's gonna end up like Ukraine, you know? And the United States is just gonna fall back and wait and probably just take everybody's countries. That's what they do. You know, they're conquerors of other countries, and they like to dominate. But I don't think no other countries should get involved in other people's affairs, you know? So I don't understand why Japan is in this fight. It's got nothing to do with Japan, right? And involving the Philippines, it got nothing to do with anybody out there causing trouble, right? Because they go to the Philippines, right? The Philippines didn't go to them to accept that they want to go to war there. But if you're gonna support the Philippines, okay, the Philippines are gonna accept you and, you know, let you have bases there. But, you know, the ones that's gonna get hit is the Philippine people, right? Their countries are the ones that are gonna get destroyed. But America's not stupid. America will never take the fight in his own land. He won't put the Philippine bases here in America. He won't put Japanese bases here in America. No, we put bases on their land. If something gets destroyed, their lands are gonna get destroyed. American is not dumb. America is the separator of all countries. But anyway, America's what's got this country all in chaos, and every other country around the world in chaos. Another thing is that there was a plan way before that I don't think the Europeans and the Americans knew about that, right? Because I've been told that the reason why all these immigrants come here and they have 3 to 5 babies here because they want to educate them here and have them excel and get in position of power and change the laws to favor them. Think about that, right? You know, the American people are not having kids anymore. They probably have one and that's it because it's a hardship. But for other people from other countries, they used to having large families but no support and no income, and they still manage to have kids. So they do it here in America, right? They go to school, get an education. They do whatever it has to do to pay this tuition and get loans or whatever and excel and get in position of power to change the law to favor them. That's why we got these Somalians. We got these Muslims on top. Now we got these Bangladesh people. You know, they're into everything. Now they're making income that they don't really have to work to 9 to 5 because they get on these YouTube channels, podcasts, Instagram, wherever there is to make money. They're gonna get involved, make this money, and make they agendas or dreams come true. To to get into a position of power and change the law against them. And people, you got to think about that. America has destroyed his own system. The system is getting used from the same people that made it against others. They're using it against them. You know, people are evolving and getting smarter these days. But with that, people, I let you go when you think about that.